campaign and talked with the farmers in Iowa, whose entire crops have been destroyed because of floods.
What?
Joe believes, again,
what the fuck? It's a drought.
A farmer watching the debate on a tractor exposing Kamala Harris. America! No, he did not say it was a hoax. Why do they keep refusing to answer this question? It's pretty important. Joe Biden today said that you'll know my opinion on court packing once the election is over. A little bit of a red flag. And this, it wasn't only tax cuts for the rich. And she repeated the Charlottesville neo-Nazi thing and said that he refuses to condemn white supremacy.
Willing to do anything. I want to see peace.
Then do it, sir.
Say it. Do it. Say it.
In the same New York Times interview, he denounced white supremacists. He denounced the neo-Nazis.
And white supremacy.
I am literally so tired of talking about him condemning white supremacy that I think I'm just gonna get a Trump condemns white supremacy t-shirt to wear in every single video. We are not in a manufacturing recession. I don't know if she actually thinks this or if she just thinks that people will believe her because it wasn't Trump saying it. Because, you know, Orange Man bad. And this, which I've already covered twice now.
Joe Biden will not end fracking. He has been very clear about that.
Very clear.
No more. No new fracking.
We are going to get rid of fossil fuels.
Well, like, what about, say, stopping fracking and stopping...
Would there be any place for fossil fuels, including coal and fracking, in a Biden administration?
No, we would work it out. We would make sure it's eliminated.
I guarantee you, we're going to end fossil fuel, and I am not going to cooperate.
No ability for the oil industry to continue to drill, period. Ends. Number one.
3 consecutive American presidents have enjoyed stints of explosive economic growth due to a boom in oil and natural gas production. As president, would you be willing to sacrifice some of that growth, even knowing potentially that it could displace thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of blue-collar workers in the interest of transitioning to that greener economy?
The answer is yes. The answer is yes.
My family lives in western Pennsylvania, where fracked gas wells have become a common sight. Will you commit to implementing a federal ban on fracking your first day in office?
There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking. So, yeah.
But he said he won't. His website says... So which Joe are you gonna get? These two probably should have gotten on the same page before the debate. Personally, I like a leader who doesn't freak out and make the world panic. Maybe it's just me. But do you guys remember when you couldn't find toilet paper for weeks? I couldn't find bacon, and I love bacon. There was no beef, no paper towels, no diapers, and you know I need my diapers. But just imagine the levels of panic if our president said, "This is bad, this is bigly bad. I'm gonna need everyone to panic, go clean out the grocery stores, and wear a mask even though Fauci over here said not to." I'm sorry, that was a terrible impression. Now let's get to the Mike Pence fact checks.
When you were DA, when you left office, African Americans were 19 times more likely to be prosecuted for minor drug offenses than whites and Hispanics.
True.
It looks a little bit like plagiarism, which is something Joe Biden knows a little bit about.
Ultimately, it was accusations of plagiarism in his speeches.
I did not know that was a Robert Kennedy quote. My mistake.
That forced him to drop out of the race.
True. He said it was an outdoor event, which was misleading because they had a private reception indoors afterwards. My question is, isn't everyone that comes to the White House tested? If not, people still chose to go. They weren't forced to go. This is America, and you are free. Kinda. This is misleading because, hang on, they're bragging about how they're manufacturing millions of doses of vaccines. And they put it's misleading because just 1 in 5 of the people they have contracts with said that it would be available by the end of this month. The job part was a little misleading because the country's just slowly coming back to work. Pretty positive that Mike knew that. He just wanted to throw a Trump flex in there. They labeled this misleading because they're assuming that he's suggesting something. Some may say he's just questioning where exactly we go from here, and we're going to listen to the science, which is constantly changing.
Should you wear a mask if you're healthy?
No.
Right now in the United States, people should not be walking around with masks.
You're sure of it? Because people are listening really closely to this.
Right now, people should not be walking. There's no reason to be walking around with a mask.
Face masks are the most important, powerful public health tool we have. We have clear scientific evidence they work, and they are our best defense. I might even go so far as to say that this face mask is more guaranteed to protect me than when I take a COVID vaccine. It's actually misleading to say that Joe opposed the raid on bin Laden.
Mr. President, my suggestion is don't go. We have to do 2 more things to see if he's there.
They said this was misleading because Trump did speed up decision-making to allow the military to move more quickly on raids. There are also many sources, including from educational websites, that say it is gone. That it's unlikely for a comeback. Oh, that wasn't enough? How about from the Department of Defense? Oddly enough, this words it as an ideology.
It's an idea, not an organization.
This should have a misleading claim as well, because there are some countries that we're doing better than. But Mike, you really should have just left it at CO2 emissions have declined by more than 10% in the past decade. This is the EPA website. This one's exaggerated because Obama did not leave the stockpile empty, but the director of the stockpile from 2009 until this year said the stockpile had not received funds since the swine flu pandemic in 2009. This one's false because Joe Biden actually appears reluctant to commit either way. So just like he said yesterday.
Sir, I've got to ask you about packing the courts, and I know that you said yesterday you aren't going to answer the question until after the election, but this is the #1 thing that I've been asked about from viewers in the past couple of days.
Well, you've been asked by the viewers who are probably Republicans who don't want me continuing to talk about what they're doing to the court right now.
Well, sir, don't the voters deserve to know?
No, they don't.
Vote for me, and then you'll find out my opinion and policies on, you know, the thing. Obama's chief of staff did not say that. Okay, he did, but referring to the vaccine, not everything. It wasn't all travel from China, but he was allowing 40,000 people to come from China to the US. CNN says Biden first accused Trump of xenophobia shortly after he announced the travel ban. Here are his tweets. You can take it as you want, but you cannot tell me that the media would defend Trump like that. CNN also worded it as a travel ban and said that the Biden campaign backed it. Kamala did not attack a Catholic. She just asked a series of questions to a judge on his awareness of the man's Catholic views. The one thing that they keep giving me to pick at is that it's been like 3 years and they can't just say one thing out of their healthcare plan. They just keep saying, we have a plan. Just say one thing. It will really help your case.
I got 5 dreams every 4 days. Wide screens, but no 4K. My shot clock been ticking down. 4 ideas, 3 moments left to consider. One life inside of that chamber. I'm aiming right for the dip, but maybe I'm everything I hate about rappers. More of the same lame chase fame type. I just might be
the part of a pattern of Donald Trump's. He called